This video will help you complete Silver Model 4 and also Silver Model 5. Both of these models have a bracket that essentially is the same. Okay, you'll see we have one bracket here which we've repeated twice. If we look at Model 5, you'll see we have a similar bracket, only this time we are, rather than copying it along the way, we are rotating it round. Now we're going to start by showing you how to create the basic shape first of all, and then I'm going to show you how we can create a rectangular pattern and also a circular pattern. So to begin with, we need to have created our standard metric part. And I'm going to take note of my sizes here, radius 75, radius of 60, and we've got two sizes here of 15. Now there are a number of different ways we can sketch this. Today I'm going to show you how to sketch simply using circles and then using a command called trim. So if we go to our sketch, we're going to select our plane and I'm going to draw two circles, making sure they start and finish at the same centre. Now the sizes we were given, if we go back to our drawing here, radius of 60 tells us we're doing a diameter of 120 and a radius of 75 tells us we're doing a diameter of 150. So remember those two key sizes, 150 and 120. So going to use my dimension tool. My outside size is 150. Again, I'm going to zoom all so I can see it. And then my inside size here is going to be 120. I'm now going to draw two rectangles, again starting in the centre. And the width here I'm looking for is going to be 15. And then I'm going to do a second rectangle down the way. Now there are a number of different ways in which you can sketch this shape. This is one method. Feel free to use any other method. So now I'm going to trim and to remove the parts that I do not need. So that leaves me with my curve here and here. And I'm not going to need anything out with or within our shape. You'll see here that it's not letting me trim this because it's dimension on it. So if we want to do this, it's fairly straightforward to do. We're going to right click, delete, and then I should be able to trim away the excess material. Likewise down here, it's saying it doesn't want to do this. Let me just move this up a section. So if I remove the dimension, so right click, delete, and then I can trim away the unwanted material. And that leaves me with my basic profile. How thick this component is, I can see it is 10 millimeters. So finished in the sketch, let's zoom all so we can see our profile. We're going to extrude. There's the profile, and we're going to extrude it through 10 millimeters. So that's the basic shape done. That's the basic shape for both Model 4 and also Model 5. I'm now going to take you through our rectangular pattern tool, which you will need to create Model 4, and also our circular pattern tool, which you'll need to create Model 5. So let's go with our rectangular pattern. If we just spend a little minute to have a wee look at the description here, it tells us it's there to create a duplicate feature and it arranges them in rows or columns along a path. So it allows us to repeat things over and again without having to model them a second time. So first thing I need to know is what feature I'm going to repeat. I can either select it from here or I can select it from my model tree. We then need to decide which direction we want to model in. If I select one line, so let's go into direction 1, and I'm just going to zoom in here to select this edge, you'll see it's looking to pattern along in this direction. And I can change the sizes to whichever distance we need to have them apart. I'm just going to cancel that for now. I can also rectangular pattern again. I can select the feature, I can select the direction, and I could select this edge. And again, I could put a value in. But if we look at this, we're not going to get the model done correctly. So this is the wrong method for this particular one. So I'm just going to delete and we'll go back in. Let's zoom all, rectangular pattern, select the feature. We want to select the edge or the direction which we wish to copy, and then we need to get the distance. The distance we will gain from studying our drawing. And let's have a wee look at the drawing here and see the distance in there is 10. Total distance is 130. So the distance from this corner here to the same corner on the other side is going to involve a little bit of working out. We know the width here is 10. So the total size from here to here is going to be 90. But when we rectangular pattern from one point and one part to the same point. So the size that we're looking for here that we're going to rectangular pattern is going to be 100 and OK. So that gives me the two shelves. I can then create a sketch on top to add the rectangle to give us the base of the shelf. I'm now going to show you our circular pattern. So I'm going to delete what we have here by simply right-clicking, delete. Our circular pattern does something very similar. This time, rather than us rotating round, taking it straight across, we can rotate round an axis. So I need to select my axis, and you'll see here we've got 6, and this looks like it's going to be fairly complicated. We're only looking for 2, but also we're looking for the angle between them not to be 360 degrees. Now let's look to see how this changes as I change the size. So there's 180 degrees and there is 90 degrees, and we can OK. So that gives me the 2 sides for my circular pattern. We could again right click, edit feature. It may be that we're looking for a shelf that has 3. It may be a shelf that we're looking for that goes round 180 degrees, and we can OK it. So you can see how we can repeat the shape a number of times by using our circular pattern. Again, I'm just going to leave this with 2 brackets that we need and the angle of 90. Again, to complete this particular model, we will look to sketch on our top surface. Again, let's zoom all, and then we can use our arc tool to create our arc to get the top profile, or if you wish, you could use your rectangle, and feel free to change the shape of this particular shelf to something that you're happy with. Okay, so both our model 4 starts life with this basic shape, the rectangular pattern, and then we can sketch our rectangle and dimension accordingly for the top. And for model 5, again we start with the basic shape. We are then looking to circular pattern, and then we can add whichever shape we wish for the top bracket. Okay, on you go, have a go trying silver model 4 and silver model 5. Thank you.